I know Joe went there yesterday. And your
Yeah.
anniversary
Oh
people.
snap!
So your
Yeah, I see.
anniversary is the same day as Dad's birthday.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
same.
Nadine and Warren's anniversary is the same day as Nadine's father's birthday.
Are you kidding me?
Wow, get out of here.
Yeah. So I wondered about that, Paul. I wonder how many birthdays and weddings people had. Like people got married on their birthday,
Yep.
or the couple shares the same wedding anniversary and birthday. I'm
Yep.
sure of all the weddings you guys have done that, or an anniversary of a death, or
Yes, some
it is a,
people might as well. Guys, you ready to begin? Let's get ready to begin.
Yeah.
Let's go.
okay.
Hey, Daph. Hey, what's going on? Daphne saying hi, fellas.
Hey, Dad.
Daphne Bolden. One day I was preaching, right, Pat, at Miracle Temple,
Yeah.
and you may hear me say it. I was talking to someone, and they said they're tired of being the man in their relationship or something like that or whatever. It was her I was talking about.
Really?
Yes.
What's up, Obi?
OB, what's going on? Thanks for the love. You gave me some love.
As usual.
Yeah,
Hey,
always on that.
see your girl Donna. Can I
Donna.
just let Donna Melville know that I'm drinking water today?
Hey, Pat, me too.
Did you?
I stopped that drinking uh juice stuff,
I
man.
went water today, boy.
I'm going water. I'm gonna see if I can do the whole month.
Yeah.
Me too. I'm
thing.
doing
Whatever's in the cup.
Big shout out to Carolyn Kennedy.
Yep.
Belated birthday to Fritz.
That's right. I was all over their page. Fritz had a birthday.
Fritz had a birthday. Well, you know, the same day as my anniversary, same day as Daddy's birthday is Phil Wesley's mom.
Phil Wesley's mom.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I saw
Phil
that.
Wesley's mom. Somebody else had a birthday that day.
I know that Pam's mother, who have passed, it was her birthday.
That's right.
Okay.
You know,
Mother.
a lot of little birthdays was running around
Yep.
this week.
I think also coming close to you're gonna see a lot of wedding anniversaries because it's like it's coming close to Labor Day. A lot of people have
Right.
That's right.
Exactly.
You better believe it. You better
But it's
believe it.
funny. I got married on my my wedding because of the availability. I'll never forget that. It wasn't. I wanted to get married in the fall because I like the fall, but we ended up getting married because August 6th was open, and you know, there's like 20 people we know that's married on August 6th.
It's a filled up month right there. So you know how that goes. You
So
know?
when you two do weddings, anecdotally they say June is the biggest wedding month. What is the biggest wedding month in your eyes, both of your eyes?
It's gonna be June.
May and June.
May and
Really?
June.
Memorial Day. Look at Memorial Day. Go back on your Facebook and look at Memorial Day. It's crazy.
So for you two, May and June may be very, and because of graduation and weddings, you're in demand, both of you.
Yeah, and then in Adventism, the last day of June and the last Sabbath in June, first Sabbath in July is usually filled because of camp meetings. Or usually,
Correct.
Yeah,
Especially the regional camp meetings.
right, regional camp meetings,
Right.
like that.
Speaking about camp meeting, I know you went to Wyoming the other day. I was excited for you.
Yeah, man, I had a great.
And you know I'm big on going to the International Camporee.
Yeah.
And you've been to the one at Oshkosh. How it looks, you know, should we be excited about?
Oh, definitely. You know, Ron Whitehead, who's the guy
Good
that
dude.
good dude, ran that thing. What I like about it is that there's more room. You got a lot of room. I think we were bursting at the seams at Oshkosh, and now we're at a place where you could put 90,000, 100,000 without even budget. It's a big place, and all the here's the thing: I want our urban people to be able to see what real Middle America looks like.
And that is super.
That's
That's
real.
super.
That's really middle America. Because Pat, what you was at Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, but even where the campground is not that's 2 hours away that you're going to the Mount Rushmore or to Crazy Horse or to Yellowstone Park. Those are like 2-3 hours away. But
Yellowstone Park, like boo boo.
Yeah,
With the geyser,
and the geysers are there. Those are the things. So really and truly, when you're going to Wyoming for camp, and you can't call it Oshkosh anymore, so you got to call it, hey, we're going to Gillette. It's got to roll off your tongue, Gillette now. So it's not Oshkosh, because Oshkosh was the place. Just like tissue and Kleenex.
Or yeah, petroleum jelly is Vaseline or something. That's like
right,
that.
Right.
Easy with those words, Gary. Easy with those words.
No, I see my girl CJ and I see Miss Phillips. Big shout out to them.
Mm-hmm.
And our good friend James. Hey Jeremiah, thank you for coming on.
Gary said, look, I'm still calling it Oshkosh.
He's still calling it Oshkosh.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Crazy. So I'm glad you came back. Maybe the next time we go down there, is it really big sky country like this? Is like the sky goes on forever? How does it really look? How does it make you feel? So,
hold on, you want to know what it looks like?
What it looks like, how it feels.
Okay, so it's flat.
Right.
It's flat, right? Oshkosh was an airfield. It's an airfield.
Got it.
Okay. So I want everybody to kind of understand they had a lot of rules, FAA type rules. You had drones, you couldn't fly drones, you couldn't do any of those stuff. You see what I'm saying? So there was a lot of rules that were there, and you could not. There was not a lot of don'ts at Oshkosh, but it was just getting bigger.
There's a lot of do's.
Yeah.
You got Rushmore there. You got Yellowstone. If I wanted to go there, because I like the Midwest, I could go to Denver for a couple of days.
That's right.
Pop on up to Gillette.
Right.
And then if I want to hit the West Coast for a day or two after,
you turn the other way, go to South Dakota.
Right.
We will never be in South Dakota.
You know that Gary's really good with geography and history.
Yeah.
It's better than you, Pat, going to your teacher and telling your teacher what. You don't remember that? I can't even say it. Gary, you remember what you know what I'm about to say?
No, I don't actually.
One day, this teacher, I won't name the name, said something to the class. He was teaching geography. One of them things he was teaching, and he used the word SH in there. There's a lot of SH stuff, over there. It slipped out of his mouth. Do you remember the story?
No, I don't. I don't.
I remember. So I answered him back with the same thing he said to me. I remember.
Pat said, you mean that place that you're talking about? That's the place with the so-and-so.
My guy.
I just answered back. You know what I mean? It's true. But when you look at Wyoming, you look at South Dakota. I'm looking at it now. You look at South Dakota, Montana, Idaho is on the other.
Gary, he's cheating. You can see that he's cheating. He's looking at a map.
Yeah, I am. I gotta look at it to know.
Gary, gotta look at no map.
Okay. And Gary,
don't make it easy on him. Why do you have to make it easy on him?
One of the
Pat, what's above Wyoming? Look at me, Pat. What's above Wyoming?
Montana, one of those. Here's what I'm saying though. Remember, there was a camping in Colorado when we were teenagers.
In 86.
That's right.
85, actually.
It was 85.
No,
right?
Mike says 86. Mike is a Pathfinder.
Right.
Yeah.
So there was
that's the one the Cosby kids went to.
Cosby kids were there.
So
right.
that was the pre Oshkosh.
Gary, like the real Cosby kids were there?
Yeah, Malcolm Jamal Warner was there because our friends went out there and they seen it.
Yeah. That was when it was really run by North American Division.
Right.
See, and then North American Division, after that, North American Division stopped doing it, and then it's run now.
Let me give a big shout out to Reggie.
Yeah.
Reggie kicked it off in Pretty Hands. Also, they put some money in the scholarship. You know, last Monday,
Okay. Okay.
we gave away some money to some kids, and Reg put some money in the pot. We really appreciate that. But I really put it out there. Anytime we put some scholarships together, the first person always is Chrissa. Always.
Yeah.
Always Chrissa. So
Chrissa.
yeah, so Chrissa doesn't have to put anything because she's putting 2 kids through college right now. So we'll waive her. And in fact, I'll let her know how she can apply for her kids.
She was stressed. I don't know.
Thanks, Yoni.
I don't know how stressed she was, but her son was driving to Andrews by himself.
Yeah, my son still haven't driven from Huntsville.
Man.
Yeah, I felt her with that. I really felt her with that.
I
But
mean,
he made it.
you'd be surprised, right? These kids are resilient. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, and when they're by themselves, it's better when they're with somebody showing off.
Well, he was with somebody.
Yeah, he was with somebody.
I mean,
He
when
was
I'm
with somebody.
talking about 2 cars. I'm sorry, not somebody.
Yeah, yeah.
But Pat, look at your daughter though.
Oh,
Your daughter she be taking it straight from Orlando,
straight here, straight to Maryland.
straight to Maryland. Like, Dad, I'm coming home. I'll be there.
Can't do that no more. I who did I talk to? Listen, I just fly. You can't get me to drive over 8 hours.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
done.
you know what these kids are. They don't want to fly, and after having the amount of freedom that they've had at school, then they got to ask you to borrow their car. They don't want to do that, so they'll rather drive their car down and be able to drive it at home or whatever. They don't want to go. They don't want to go around like that.
Yeah.
She said her and her friend, our conference president's son, with him.
Oh, that's
okay. Cool. I'm glad they made it, man. They went to, I think they're in Andrews. I think he's at Andrews.
Yeah, and the baby girl is at Oakwood.
Is at Oakwood.
And so they swung through Oakwood to say hi to the sister. And
and
they
kept
went
moving.
up and they kept it moving.
Well, that's a good, because they're coming from Florida, so that's
correct.
So that's right there, and it wasn't a bad.
But she said she said she's never driven that far in his life. Now is the beginning.
Yeah,
because that's all he's gonna do is drive. And he's gonna show up at your doorstep one night like, yeah, I drove all the way down. I missed.
Yep. And here's the other side of it. Highway driving is safer.
I'm with that.
Yep. I don't care what anybody says, it's safer.
Yeah,
man.
but you know what? The crazy thing about highway driving is the cities that you're going through, or these little towns that you're going through. You want a straight drive, no problem. You know. Remember when we were driving back
when the weather gets
weather gets crazy,
especially at Andrews. They go through like 6 months with all snow. You know, I mean, come on, the place is crazy.
So we just wanted to thank everybody. You're going to see it all week. So I just wanted to explain. Maybe next week, I'll explain how people could get to not only our scholarship, but to other scholarships. There are tons of scholarships, like they have a George Floyd scholarship. And remember, the Bens have scholarships. There's older teachers, people who has passed by. So you have to go through the financial aid office and ask for those. So we have 4 scholarships, either 3 or 4, and we're working on a 5th one. We're working on an international one in Mama's name. So we'll let you know the specifics, how to get it. Every 500, ours max out at 500 a piece, and every semester we try to get away, and we are proud to do that.
Yeah. So Gary, I want to share with you. I'm not going to say who it is, but my neighbor is watching, right? And my neighbor just hit me up and said, "The guy in the blue is your brother too?" Yo, how often have we gotten that question, Gary? The guy in the blue is your brother too?
Earlier, but not as much, because you
not as much.
Yeah, not as much over the last 3 years. But you guys has made me famous.
Is that so?
The guy in the blue.
Yeah,
I'm about to go across the street to my neighbor's house and get some African food.
What part of Africa is from?
Africa. Which part of Africa? I don't
Yeah,
know.
if you're gonna talk about me and geography, you can't just say Africa.
I got you, Pat. You got me. That was good.
Yeah, no,
he'll chime in, and he or she will chime in. You gotta support. You've been to the continent of Africa, and I've been to the continent of Africa.
But who has not been to the continent of Africa, Gary?
Don't worry about that. I'm well on my way. Now,
well, Pat, you could go anytime and
Oh.
as often as you want.
sure, but I got one for you. I've preached there more than both of you.
Well, that's true.
Gary, hold on.
It's the virtual
But,
world.
but
Virtual
in
world.
the virtual world, but I've preached there on the soil.
I didn't ask all that. We good where we at. We good where we at. We good where we at. So my
So
man,
Pat, speaking of Jamaican food,
yeah,
yo, your joint is blowing up, man.
it's doing well. It's doing well. It's
Why you
doing.
have to say it like that? There's no time for, get him, Gary.
No, the
Oh,
reason
it's going
why-
well.
The reason
Oh, it's
why I
going well.
say it like that is
We're not talking about a baptism, Pat. We're talking about a store.
the reason why I say it like that, to be clear with everybody, is that yes, it is. I'm part owner to it. I don't hang around down there. I go there maybe right now, maybe once or twice, but I've been traveling. So it's a good spot. It's in a good spot. It's in a good neighborhood. God bless that is that way. So, we just got to keep praying that it keeps rolling, because this is a bad time for restaurants.
Right.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's a bad time for restaurants. So, just to open it at this time is an act of faith,
Yeah. Well,
I hope it becomes
gonna
an
go-
act of money.
the
No, I'm serious.
consistency
I
don't
would
happen.
I would like to have some money in my pocket, and I know that if you do well, I'll do well.
No, don't think about that. I'm not giving you the money. What are you saying, G?
So, Gary, let me ask you a question. If $1 million showed up at your doorstep, right? $1 million with
Yeah.
no taxes,
Hmm.
what is the first 3 things that you would do with it, or the first thing you would do with it? And I'm
Alright.
throwing that question out for everybody who's on. If you had $1 million that came to your doorstep right now with no tax, what would you do with it? Gary, what you do with it?
Well, of course, I'll pay my debt off. That's for sure. And probably buy property in a warm weather city or country.
Like Patrick?
Right. And then after that, I'll definitely give money to my alma mater. That's where it is. Because my son and my wife will take their piece anyway.
Wow. Okay.
So,
Aaron says tithe. Yo. All right, Gary. All right, tithe. Okay, Aaron, tithe.
yeah, that's automatic.
Right. Debt and invest. And you know what? You don't have to return your tithe to a conference. You can return it to a ministry. You can return it to Full Circle Ministries.
Well, you starting that mess?
I
Stop
said
that.
you could return it to Full Circle. I'm Melchizedek.
No, you're not. Nick, you gotta go on to the next thing before God
Before we lose the show, because the show has been blessed.
before God strikes the internet system. No. Listen,
Look, Natasha said tithe so it can be blessed.
Well, we all return our tithe, but I make a special effort to give to ministries, to the local church, and give to ministries something like your own. And then I just try to give to the kids, man.
that's what I think. That's what
because-
Gary. I'm 100% behind.
Because 2 things happened when we were at Oakwood. And I was thinking about this today. The amount of people who sent care packages outside of our parents, like they'll send like a card
Oh yeah,
with $20 or whatever.
yeah.
So I try to get kids Cash App of parents, and I try to get their Cash App to do that. And so every little bit helps.
Yeah.
So
do you see what Krista says? Should tithe to a worthy cause.
Listen. You just need tithing. You just need to be able to go to sleep at night, obey, and go to sleep at night. That's the bottom line. Because even if you don't belong to a church, it is a principle. It's a principle of life to always give back, whether it's give back your time or give back to community or give back. It's always a principle of life. So if you're not giving back in some way or another, I'm not even talking about tithing. What kind of selfish life is that?
You're right, Pat. You're right. It's always good to give back. Did you know? And I'm going to put it out there. Do you know that mom and dad, when we finished school, were taking care of other people in school? Guys, did you know that?
I didn't know that till late.
I didn't know that, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I did not know that until people told us that like my mom or your dad or whatever put us through school. I was just like, really?
Well, that's like, for instance, there's a saying, like John and April, Nixon's John's grandfather was good to us, and grandmother was good to us.
They gave us money while we were in school.
Right.
Right.
All the time.
Right.
All the time.
And it's sad because, John's uncle was our dean, and we just like tore it up there. And we kind of like never got in trouble because we were Bethel boys.
You're right about that,
yeah. Phil was our dean.
Our dean.
Right. But
we got away with murder with him.
You can't tell me that if John's and April's daughter rolled up on us, right?
We wouldn't
push 100 in her pocket.
I don't know about 100.
She looks just like her grandmother.
I don't know about 100, but I'll put something in the pocket.
Yeah, I did that to somebody. I did that to John's daughter on the street. Now, we don't get to see John's daughter, and John's parents are gone. This, for anybody know, this is John Hudson from Bethel.
Yes.
John's daughter looks like Hudson. So I saw her one day. I was like, oh, it's good to see you, whatever. So like I pull out a 20 and gave it to her, and she looked at me like I was trying to buy her. And she was offended. And then, I had to break down to her. I was like, she looked like she wanted to fight me. You know how the Hudsons
don't play with them Hudsons, boy.
Just like the parents, I was like, look, if you don't take this, I'm going to be offended. Ain't nobody trying to get up on you. That's what we do when we see somebody.
Hold on one second. So, Pat, you've given money to my son when at Oakwood. I know you didn't know it was my son. No, because if I knew it was your son, I wouldn't give it to him.
Exactly.
That's my girl, though, Natasha. I didn't know.
Val said he's gonna be sending his daughter his way.
I didn't know, Natasha. I'm grateful to do it. Grateful. And let me also say this, guys.
Ann is right. Ann exactly is right. That's exactly right.
Oh, Yvette's child, right?
Yo,
that's right.
Confronted me on the corner of New York. Says like, yo, I was like, yo, you taking this money? Like, I don't do that. Or whatever. I'm like, hey. I know where my 20s and my singles belong. Don't worry.
I think I know.
or your ones.
Or ones, all right.
Or your ones.
But I don't toss out singles. I don't do that anymore.
Let me go back to this really quick because I remember Allegheny East sends us down to Oakwood. You know what I mean? With $20 bills. Right. So we give them out to the kids. That was going on when we were coming up.
Yeah, but we never went.
No, we didn't go. But what they never gave money. They used to take everybody out to eat. From the account. Gary, you never knew that.
I do. I remember.
Mm-hmm. I knew that.
No, the youth director.
The regional conference does that, and the youth director comes with the cash. So you still do that. In fact, are you going down there October 7th?
I'm gonna go for Pelk.
Well, is Pelk gonna be? Everybody gonna be together for Pelk?
In person.
In person and virtual this time around. So
Pelk is on my birthday.
Yes, it is. Okay. It is. So if somebody's in there that's on Pelk, just go ahead and put Pelk's.
And Pelk also is when, honestly, a lot of people, when Furman Fordham and Carlton Bird made one of their biggest debut sermons.
Was
about 10 years. Like, is that the one that Buddy talked about?
Yeah, it was the same week that Buddy and Pucky was on.
Right, and it's just like that week, it was like kind of like, even though if you didn't know them, was like their coming out party that day.
Oh, you guys are like they're coming out. Oh, I get you.
Right,
I get you. I'm looking forward to a lot of stuff.
It was like an all-star game, and they just dropped it.
Pause, Gary. Pat, don't even talk. Wendell Timothy, Gary. What's Wendell Timothy's favorite team?
The Yankees. Show them what you got, Pat.
Seriously,
if he sees what goes on, he's gonna show up at your house.
Look what Mike said. Mike said, "Yo, Pat, does your dad know that you're wearing that shirt and cap?"
Absolutely not. My dad is a Mets fan.
Gary Gasmere said the sermon was "Don't box me in."
That's it.
That's it.
Now that's Buddy's sermon. Don't box me in.
Yeah.
Huck's sermon was something else. But
hold up. Let me just let Wendell know. So when Lover, just want to let you know. The Ralph joint.
Wow, Pat, you really just
I don't know what it is. I think it was. Oh yeah, I know Ali and Wendell know Ali because they used to live around the corner from each other in Queens.
Mm-hmm.
Ali put me on to polo here, and
Cambridge Heights.
yeah,
that's
came by.
that's all Ali wears.
Totally weird. So I just got I just got hooked on it, and sometimes I don't go for those big
That's right, Chris.
$300 joints though. But when I find, sometimes you can find all of this in TJ Maxx, y'all. Paul, this shirt is like $250.
I got some polo shirts for you.
All right. And if I tell you how much I bought this polo shirt for, you'd be like, nah, it can't be. You gotta find them. You gotta find them. I'm not gonna put on no shirt for no $250.
Pat, you didn't ask me about my shirt and my hat. You didn't ask me anything about my shirt and my hat. You nor Gary.
Because it's obvious.
Yeah. You're advertising it already. You
Patrick, Gary just looked at Gary's face like. All right, look.
Well, look what James put. Get it at TJ Maxx at a 250% discount. You better.
That's right. Hey, Gazmir, if you're on, check your Facebook Messenger. Yeah. So G, I got a question.
Right, Chris, go back to Pelk real quick. Chris is like, Pelk is great. I don't have a reason to go anymore, but great memories. You know why she used to go?
She goes to see her dad, her mom and dad.
Yeah, listen, her father was in. I wasn't down with the moms like that, but her father was in his right mind all the way to the end. So he was going there in his race car wheelchair.
Yeah.
Ask her. You ask her right now. I'm not even being insensitive.
That's my girl, Mesco Mets.
Yeah, they're Mets fans, and Phil Wesley's father, everybody up in New York Mets.
I think Mike Dortch.
No, one of the last times I went to
Dortch is a Mets
me and
fan
Chris
too,
went to Pelk together.
And,
last time we went to Pelk together, I was down there. I don't know what I was down there for.
All right, y'all thought I was joking and trying to play him, right? Top speed. Top speed in his crib. He be making corners in his house with that joint.
Yo, listen.
Okay, Harry, look, running over toes.
Yo, let me tell you something right now. One of the greatest. He goes down as one of the greatest regional conference presidents
of all time.
Well, why would you say president?
No,
because that's all.
Because there's another guy that I felt that he rivaled with, that they were good friends, and that was South Central's. Come on, Pat. South Central's.
Dudley.
Him and Dudley, man, rolled like that. And I bet a lot of people didn't know the reason why E.T. Mims came to Bethel from Ohio is because Pastor Earl and Mims were roommates at Oakwood.
That's right.
Well, everything starts at Oakwood. You know, it's ironic.
Oh, dang! Sorry, Mike.
Derek and myself are going to be on the same show on Sunday.
Who's Derek?
Derek Green.
Oh, okay.
Derek Green, and because Kenny Anderson does the second chance radio show, and I taped, and then we was being advertised, and it's so funny, and I was like, oh, the next day Derek came and taped. So, and somebody else is on there. Oh, Eric Moore. He's a doctor out of Florida, I think. He's a little older than us. So shameless plug is just that everybody in Oakwood is connected somehow.
Gary, can I ask you a question? And could you be real with me? Be real with me. Your son told me that you were trying to create challenge.
Nah, man, that's not happening on my.
Yo, listen, let me tell you something about the crate challenge, though. We did some foolishness growing up. Let me give you some stuff that we did when we were growing up. Chris said it's true about Elder Mims. That Elder Mims and her father were roommates. And wait, before you get to the crate challenge, when you look at those old presidents back then, Gary, listen to this, because I know you love this about ageism. They were presidents of conferences in their late 30s.
Yeah.
You hear me? They were young.
Yeah. They were young men.
They were young.
Even if you say no, I think Pastor Earl started, he was a president at 40, 41 years old.
No. I think he was older than that.
No. 40s.
Chris, no, ask Krista.
Kibble, 40s. Dudley,
Really?
40s. Yeah.
I know Dudley. I know Dudley was like in
40s.
his 40s. He was the president for almost 40 years.
He said Dad was
There you go. Dad was 48. There you go.
48.
I
Wow.
mean, just think about it now. Or most of the presidents now.
I think that's how old Carlton is now.
48. Yeah, that's right. 48, 49. I think he's 49.
Well, you know, the youngest president is who's the North American Division president now.
He was the youngest president.
He was the youngest president for
Talking about Alexander?
No,
Alex Bryant.
Alex Bryant.
I'm sorry, Alex Bryant.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Reggie said 49. Buddy's 49.
But he's 49.
49. I mean, but yet cats were younger than that. Kibble was mid 40s when he was president.
Alvin.
Yep.
I bet y'all didn't know your boy when he built the church, when he built Oakwood College Church, Ward wasn't even in his 40s yet.
Nah, he was younger than 40s. Do you understand what I'm saying? Matter of fact, if you go back right now and you look at all the mother churches had young pastors. All the mother churches.
Oh, Jules told us, and then Nixon came to Ephesus when they were younger.
Nixon was in his 20s, in his late 20s when he came to Ephesus.
That was an associate. I'm talking about main.
But he had to take over.
He took over for like a year and some.
That's right. You're right. You're right at that. So I mean, I'm just looking at age like that. So Paul, yeah, we can take it back to the crate challenge. Yeah, we did some stuff. Let me tell you, I'll give you some stuff we used to do. We used to do roundhouses on monkey bars. We will never do that now. We used to walk on top of monkey bars.
On top of monkey bars. It's true.
Yeah, you don't remember that?
Yeah.
Or you have your boys swing you in the swings, and you let go and go
and jump off.
Gary, I got a better one for you than jump off.
Jump over the fence.
Right.
You swing back and forth and let go and jump over the fence.
Yeah, man, we'd be at the park and people let their Rottweiler go chase us. We have to go jump on the fence.
Yeah, we used to climb the fence. We used to climb
and stay up there for like half an hour until their dog come down.
Or how about the stop signs? Being able to go up the stop signs.
Yeah. You put your foot. You put your
foot in between the. Right, you had to climb that up. Yeah, those are definitely urban games.
That's urban life, man.
Yeah.
Yo, Gary.
Or even the basketball hoops, you had to climb.
The basketball hoops had the real crates.
Yeah, but before the crates, you should be able to climb up the basketball hoop and sit on
the basketball hoop. He's right.
Or there. Or if in our case, when we grew up at Maple Street, some people did this. When they made those mini schools, those fabricated mini schools, you should be able to climb and chill on the roof, right?
On the roof of the mini school. That's right. Yeah. Man, that's crazy.
Cats didn't know. So listen, man, you saw Gasmere was on a little earlier. Gasmere is like,
I'm sorry, Paul. Wendell said it. I'm sorry, Wendell said it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
that's the all time.
Yep, you jump on the back of a bus.
Back of a bus.
That and what you can't do anymore is jump on the back of the city bus and go in between cars.
You can't go in between cars anymore?
You can't even walk between cars. You get a ticket. I got a ticket for that.
On the subway?
Yeah. But I used to take the A and the 5 and the trains were packed. I used to ride in between.
Me too.
The cars.
But
because it was so hot inside.
It used to get hot.
And the wind would get you, but they don't allow you. Lynn will tell you that. We were just kind of like talking about how the air conditioning in the cars are no more. So you get in the train and you sit, and then the A train used to have this slant also.
Yes.
The A
it was wider. It was wider on the A train.
It was wider. So like two of y'all could chill back there.
Yep.
And when the train turned, you had to ride with the turn.
Yeah.
You don't want to fall off.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that. Or what it was, or you used to be able to kiss your girlfriend between the train.
Yeah.
You know what they do now, Pat? Paul, you got to look this up because you know what they do now? They got people. There's two things at Broadway Junction. They got people jumping from platform to
platform
platform.
to platform.
Come on, Gary. Why y'all saying that? We used to do the same thing.
No.
We would want to. Now, Broadway Junction.
When your boy Carl Lewis, who used to jump the jump? Who used to jump the jump? Was it
Carl Lewis?
Carl Lewis used to jump, right?
Right.
We all got excited about that. You telling me that when we used to be on the number 7, we didn't jump from platform to platform on the number?
I didn't have the guts to do that.
I didn't have the guts to do it.
Right.
Come on, listen. Okay, here's Tori. Yes, we did. I can't remember that. Yeah, you guys don't remember jumping.
If you Google it now, Broadway Junction jump. You will see it. Yeah, it's there. And then now,
I wouldn't do that now.
And then right now, you want exercise? Go run down Broadway Junction to the A train and run back up.
Did you see the meme?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Cass was talking about
y'all want a real challenge?
Want a real challenge? A crate change? Walk down Broadway Junction.
That's why nobody at Northeastern was fat, because you went up those stairs, 110 stairs. But if you were coming from Brooklyn and the escalator was out, you had to walk up the L. It's a wrap. You're done.
It's a wrap. Gary, Leanne said that's greater behavior. Y'all don't know you have to be from New York to understand that. She said that's greater behavior. We didn't do that at NEA.
Yeah, NEA is fire, man. NEA is fire.
NEA is fire.
Those steps look great right now.
Yeah,
look at this right here. You can't walk between the trains. That's the
hey, Gary, I did not know that. I did not know.
You get a ticket immediately, because you know what happens now is that a lot of people get hurt on the train, but you don't hear about it. Like one of the things that you learn about the train, you need to get. And I have a lot of clients that drives the train in the MTA. So, like for instance, let's say in the time of trouble, you need a place to stay. You know the rats are not in the middle of the tunnel. The rats are closer to the platform, because that's where the food is. Because people drop their food over there.
Gary and Pack.
I could have done that in high school. That's the same. I can't do that now. Probably just drop off the side.
What? And touch the third rail and fry.
And die like Brother Graham tried it.
Die right there.
Yeah.
Yo, man, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Hey, listen. Who's this, Gary?
Yes, sir. The ultimate.
You live, Doc.
That's me.
Oh,
I don't know. What are you doing?
Can you hear me? Yeah.
We can hear you. We don't want you on. We don't want you on here long enough, because your beard is nice and your hair is done well.
We have a rule against good-looking people,
especially Haitian good-looking people.
Exactly.
We don't want you on.
Exactly. You know, he kind of cleaned up before he got on here. He said, "Yo, I'm going on with the Grams." You know what I mean?
Actually, no. I just came from a funeral I did with Richards at Hanson Place.
Richard, look. I'm going to tell you this, and this is the truth, right? Anybody who comes on this show, right? Yesterday's price is not tomorrow's price.
Yeah, you started with that. Listen, turn your camera sideways.
So I don't know. It's me.
There you go. There you
better?
Go. Yeah, much better.
You are the hardest working pastor I know.
Mm-hmm. No, I learned from you guys, not me.
Listen, let me
you guys. Each and every one of you have made major deposits in my life.
Oh, this guy.
Send him a check, Gary.
Send him a check, G. Send him a check.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that, man. We're gonna have to cut him.
Send him a check right now. Tell him what.
He has a child, right?
I don't know why.
Not a year yet, right? Not even a year.
The connection.
Right?
My connection is off. I don't know what's going on.
Well, don't worry about it. We just want to see your face. That's it.
That's it, man.
Oh, it's coming on later. He's getting it later.
Okay, so we probably have to bounce him out and reset him.
Yeah, we'll reset him out. I'm
gonna come out in and out.
All the way out and come around. Come around the corner. Come on.
Come back in. So, guys, I need to ask y'all a question. I need to just ask you this.
Hold on, one before commercial break. Make sure you share. Make sure you like us. Make sure you follow us.
So Jamaican. Make sure you sure you.
Make sure Uno do all of that. 1, 2, 3.
So
Listen.
so really, so
I'm
Pat,
gonna tell y'all right now. Before Pat goes on, any race all three of us are running, we need to come in 1, 2, 3.
Gary, I was just about to ask you about that. I was just about to say that because I know you put it out earlier today.
No, I got that from Dwayne, our cousin.
No,
He's the first person I saw with that. But we got to hold off on that. Let me let you go.
No.
What you need to say.
first of all, for all you who watched it on the Sabbath, that's the one thing I want to put out. As soon as I was on Facebook, I was like, why is everybody putting all this stuff out? So everybody saw that. Everybody.
I'm on my crate, man.
Don't fall, Paul. Don't fall because you're gonna go viral.
So, but here is the thing. Here's my question. Here's my question to you. Why are we? And I'm looking at all over Facebook. Honestly and truly, if you walk up in there,
Who was lying?
what happened? What happened?
Who was lying? Look, I didn't tell Woo, right? Woo was. This is a long story.
Oh, Wu said Gary told me.
I'm gonna tell you how the whole thing. I'm gonna tell you the whole story.
Go ahead.
So a couple of weeks ago, right? This really has to do with we have on the agenda. This has to do with Sha'Carri.
Right.
Sha'Carri gets suspended for smoking weed, right? Which I was upset about because
hold on, we all was upset because
honestly, deep down inside, I think she got clipped because I think that she was given a chance and then she got caught. Nobody gets clipped on their first one. So behind the scenes, I think this is just my conspiracy theory. Be that as it may, and we'll just say for transparency's sake, all three of us are from Jamaica.
Right. We
understand why they're so fast. It's more than yam, and it's more than when people talk about huts and all this kind of. It's more than all of that, and I'll get into why the country of Jamaica prides themselves on running. So we'll leave that for also later at another time.
Right.
So I'm chilling. Our favorite cousin. I'm going through Facebook on Sabbath, right? And our favorite cousin posts the new area code for Jamaica is 123, not 876. So I call him.
No, that's right. Okay, go ahead, Gary.
This is during the Olympics. So I call him. I was like, yo, I know you're a real Sabbath keeper. I'm not going to say the names, but y'all could probably break it down. It's like, but you really posted that? And he said, Gary, you know how he's like, Gary, I couldn't help myself. I said, like, I get you. So I do it and I post it, right? So everybody's running this 1, 2, 3 thing. So when Sha'Carri loses, after then the Diamond League starts, and then the Oregon meet comes. They come in 1, 2, 3. So now this is becoming a
trend.
A trend that not only that Merlin Ati and Usain Bolt, now all the Jamaican young ladies are coming 1, 2, 3, and they're not young people. They're like born in 86,
right,
and
that's
89.
Old. That's
and they
old.
have kids. That's old.
That's old.
Right. So the whole 1, 2, 3 and the area code thing. So it's a kind of a joke now. All three of us who will be out on tour soon, we need to come 1, 2, 3 also. So it's so that's just really what that is.
Now, but what made me laugh about it? No, here's my thing.
Oh, Peterson said, correction. Our parents are from JA, but we can get passport. What they call we can get citizenship.
Dual citizenship.
Hold on, we can run for Jamaica if we qualify to, because our parents are Jamaican.
Wu is Gary. Wu not letting you go. He said,
okay. So I'll tell you this. This is the truth. So last week I go to when I met my boy on the plane.
Yeah.
Crump, right? I gotta tell you that story. So I come off the plane, and my son picks me up, right? And the two things he says, Daddy, I got 2 steaks marinating, right? And today, the Jamaican women are running against Shikari.
Right.
I said, where? On the Sabbath? I said, yo, after church, we're going to be watching that. I just announced it. So we sit down and we watching it.
Mm.
And if you see it live, how the whole thing unfolded,
It's different live than what
I was like, yo, they just blew away the field.
And
And the way they did it was like they had Shikari in the middle. And it was like, yeah, they have Shikari in the middle, in between the potential this and the potential that. They had a right smack in lane 5, right?
Right.
And then, you know, the junior champion is running, right? And as soon as they came out the blocks, I was like, yo, this is a problem.
They came out the block crazy.
And so you have to watch it. If you pull up the race, you'll understand. So it was just like blown away.
Yeah.
So after it happens, the last dude kind of like hugs her and they're walking away, and then she doubles back to the mic.
Right. So the dude from US,
the previous race,
right, holds her,
right,
walking
and it's
away.
like it's okay or whatever, and she doubles back to the mic.
Right.
And then, you know, she spews off the epitaph, and then, you know, she says the S word, and nobody gonna hold me down or whatever. I said, this is gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a problem.
That thing hit the internet wave like that's
She
all.
dominated the whole internet. So you got to understand. So I go back upstairs, and Tony calls me and say, "Dad, come on down. They're about to race to 200." Because
You didn't run the 200.
She withdrew.
She withdrew.
She withdrew. So you got to see the whole sequence of what happened, right? So she withdrew because I don't know. That's not for. So withdrew. So she only ran. So what happened, Pat, is that
Gary, hold on, Leanne.
Nah.
What's wrong with watching it on Sabbath? We need to learn tips from running in the time of trouble.
You need the Kenyans. Yo.
Nah, she gets.
She gets. Is there one?
Yeah.
Okay, Leanne gets this one. Father God, you have been so good to us. Whether it's Oregon, Switzerland, or Tokyo, praise Him.
Praise Him.
Okay.
Praise Him.
Thank you, Bishop Leanne.
Just remind me say something about the Paralympics before I go, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, she withdraws out of it, and I'm going. And after the race, I'm looking on my joints.
Yeah.
And I'm going to just say this because you know the Grams call it like it is, right?
Right.
If you are any piece of Jamaica, they were just blasting down.
Sure.
Everybody who's Adventist and Jamaican said something. 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. So it's like, I thought these people were Sabbath keepers. In fact, I remember one that our boy John Ashmead went at somebody. So it's like, that no mean nothing, 1, 2, 3, 8, 7, 3, whatever. And this did not stop for like 3 days.
Just right. Just kept going.
Right. So
Gary, trouble.
Mommy said motive sin is important.
Here we go.
Hey, listen, and what make it bad? This whole week, Sabbath school lesson is about the Sabbath. The whole
and rest.
The whole listen, B.
The Sabbath.
You got to hold on. Then the Paralympics, right? So I'm going to get in trouble for this now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get in trouble for this, right? They have cats with cerebral palsy, right?
Yeah.
That were running 11s. You know your girl ran an 11, right?
11:04, I think it was.
Right. There were people with cerebral palsy in the T37 category that broke sub 11.
I'm not listening. Paul, change it.
Not true.
Find the next subject. That is not
okay. All right. But I'm just trying to say, because I was watching the Paralympics, because I want to learn how to swim. I want to trim myself or whatever. There's no reason no black people should not be able to learn how to swim. There are people who are amputated swimming, dog, like a fish.
Yo.
No. I'm just trying to say.
I understand. I definitely understand.
Playing tennis. Go
Yeah.
watch it tonight.
Yeah,
Because James will tell you, and see, this is why Wu is lying, right? Because what I asked Wu, I hope he's on, right?
Yeah,
What I asked
on.
because I asked Wu, I said, where can I watch the Paralympics?
Who
That's
answered you and said YouTube?
YouTube, right? You saw
heard
that.
it,
And
right.
then James said they have an Olympic thing, an Olympic channel, right? So Wu lied and remixed it like the devil. Like I called him to watch the Jamaicans run on Sabbath afternoon. I was too happy to be home with my son, and y'all know I'm not lying. I'm not gonna call Wu when I'm in my glory. Wu lying. I asked Wu 2 days ago, where would I see the Paralympics? And that's exactly what he said. YouTube
He said it
TV.
in YouTube TV.
I didn't ask Wu nothing about Sabbath. I was not talking to Wu about that.
Yeah, Gary watched that joint on Sabbath. That ain't no doubt.
I
Yeah,
did.
you know you're not gonna live this down with mom. You're not gonna live it down with mom.
I think I'm gonna lose followers for this.
Nah, he won't.
No, you may gain followers from this.
Listen, this is a true question, everybody. Lorraine asked, how do you come through Pathfinder not knowing how to swim? Remember, we
That's
all
Laverne Burkell, Laverne and Estelle and them were great swimmers.
great swimmers, but you know what? You could listen to this. You can still pass those classes,
Right.
and when after those classes, your mind tell you that you don't want to swim, and you just stop swimming. You're afraid to swim.
Remember, I passed intermediate.
Years out. I'll swim, and I'm gonna go off a 30-meter diving board before the year.
Pat, look at this. Pat, look at this. Look at this. Come on, man.
You know what's up? Team
on,
Gary and Team DeSantis.
Come on, Gary. Oh my gracious. You can't lose
Listen.
with her.
Gary,
Put
Gary,
up what Ann said.
we
When
went.
hold on, you got to hear this one, right? You're gonna love this one.
That is the one.
Same food
Mhm.
that taught us
Uh-huh.
at Downstate when we were 9 and 11. So I went back to learn how to swim at Downstate. Who was teaching?
He was still
Same,
there.
same guy.
Come on, Gary, come on.
The girls used to love him, G.
Yeah, still look
Goes
the
to
same.
select.
Hasn't
Man, that's crazy. Gary and Paul, this is no joke, and you need to go back. You know, you can read the Sabbath school lesson in one setting.
One day, man, one sitting.
You can read the whole thing in one setting.
Linda is right about that.
What she said, because drum corn guilty was more important than swimming.
Yo, you know, 43% of black people, or 40% of black people.
Gary, Reggie said,
Reg, can't bring that up. You know, you can't bring that up.
Yo, Red said we swam the rock quarry. Yo, you
I
know,
was forced to.
you know they had the big party here last week for Byron and
Bernie.
Bernie.
Right.
The big party here. It was all orange on this spot. All orange down this way.
All of Baltimore turned orange, I heard.
Yeah. They
They're
turned.
losing Baltimore Orioles.
Yep, the same Oriole color.
But yo, listen to this, right? I you're gonna love this, right? I lied to you. Now you can look it up. 40% of blacks know how to swim. You know, like how people in the Caribbean, that mom and dad don't know how to swim. Now, between the three of us and our kids, that breaks down to 40% also.
Wow.
It's right because all Patrick's kids swim.
All of mine.
And Natalie, right?
Yeah.
All three of us in the grid don't swim. My son don't swim, and your kids don't swim.
Well,
My daughter swims.
Now she does, right?
But now. Mhm.
Okay, before that breaks about 40%.
and my kids weren't taught.
Well, your wife, you know, we scared of your wife. She just probably told them to swim, and they did it.
And they did, yeah. They probably jumped in that bad boy. I know this.
Look at Wu still has not admitted that he lying about that.
Listen, just I said, what percentage of black know CPR?
Well, that's funny because my wife is just now
blacks know
coming.
about the blood of Christ, but they don't.
My
know
wife
about
is coming
CPR.
back right now from doing a CPR class.
Yeah, but
That she has to. She has to be certified.
Yeah,
all
but
guys.
but all of my staff when I was pastoring, all of my staff did CPR. We paid for everyone to do CPR. Oh my goodness, here we go again, Gary. Here we go again. Put this blue and on his orange people.
Yeah,
Leanne can't do no wrong.
nah, she can't. So no, we talk about her. So it's
Leanne
like-
is the type of person that she will see you at the club with somebody that's not your wife, and she'll stick out her hand.
Yeah,
That's to drop the
you need,
100.
like you need to pay. Hold on, but G,
No,
Let me say this.
wait.
Let
So
me say
let me
this.
tell you what I posted. All I said was Shikari, y'all. That's all I said.
Okay, let me tell you something Krista just said, and let's be real about this, right? Weeks ago, months ago, I was screaming this girl's name.
Mhm.
All right,
Because you're an LSU fan.
I'm an LSU fan.
You're right. Paul, a lot of people don't know that. Paul loves
and
LSU.
even though my roots are from Jamaica, I wanted to see someone rival the Jamaican team from the US.
That's
All
right.
right.
I mean,
Fair enough.
Right. And she was tearing up the place. Now, did I feel like she had a lot of mouth? Yeah, but
so did
you know,
so did Mike Tyson.
so-
I might eat your children.
But Mike Tyson won.
That's
and,
before
and Muhammad Ali.
And
And Muhammad Ali.
Mike Tyson.
but-
I'm gonna eat your children.
But let's be mindful, right?
Wait a minute. Mike Tyson drove. I lie to you not. He was in Brooklyn. Mike Tyson drove a Rolls Royce
You
with the
remember
top down
he used to date the girl
down the block.
on Ralph Avenue.
Right. Drove a Rolls Royce in the rain. And if you try to play him, he'll knock you out. I was like, go ahead, Mike. You're
Hold on. That same year, he hit
He hit something.
he rear-ended somebody. When the police came, he gave the Rolls Royce to him. That was a sick brother, right?
That's a big miss. God bless
Listen,
Mike Tyson.
so let's go back to Shikari. My thing about Shikari is
I'm sorry, Paul. I have to stop you again. Back to the chat. Leanne, not the club, Gary, where you're talking about if you see somebody, but maybe a social.
She's still getting 100.
Gary, you're not hearing, Gary.
Right.
You're not hearing a social.
I hear that.
Gary, church socials he
a
talking.
church social.
Lighthouse.
Here we go around the ring, around the ring. Gary don't know, around the ring. And when you see her, they'll all smoke ganja
around the ring. Pat, you know who I heard say that?
Mm.
Daddy.
24
That is the
down,
king.
4 boxes. Yeah, he was.
So listen again. Shikari, still, everybody has a bad race.
That's true.
That's true.
Everybody has a bad race.
It's true.
And I am still, like I said, okay, I saw Lola's thing, right? Somebody said 24 boxes. Crate boxes? Yeah.
No, Paul, 1 in 20, 2 in 20. Yo, Caribbeans are crazy. Paul, they be up on late Saturday night at social.
Gary, what game am I playing?
On the river, in the river, on the bank. Look, Lorraine said it right away. Even before you said it.
Even before you did it.
Yeah, ask Lorraine to play. Ask Lorraine to put the numbers for the lottery for tomorrow night.
Yeah, put the number. Gary, don't let me follow you with that foolishness. And put Gary, what Paul playing? Swing the hand, Paul. Wink.
Oh yeah.
Hold up, and musical cheers, and to end it all was the march. Yeah, see, y'all not ready for that.
That's Lloyd.
Hey, y'all not ready for march. I'm telling you.
Why is Theodore Thorpe? Where does Theodore
like people? Don't forget
Gary Patrick? Where does Theodore Thorpe have time to be watching this?
Nah, he don't got no time. Thanks for watching with us, Theodore. Thanks for watching with us. Thanks. I'm telling you,
Theodore is too good looking.
Yeah, to be playing all these games. Let me tell you something, guys. This is what the church is missing now. Come on, admit it. This is what the church is missing. Because
the church is missing more girls like Kim Street.
Yes, it's true. It's true.
That's all to it. I'm gonna see my girl Kim. You back from Jamaica yet, sweetheart?
Gary, how you talking about Kim and Charito is on here same time?
Charito is my political partner.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Kim Street is what?
Kim Street is my crush from Oakwood that I'll never have.
Okay.
They're all over 5'11". If you're over 5'8", you're in my category.
You know, Paul.
I just been fired.
G-Man. I saw Kim at the funeral, at the Fordham's funeral. She was sitting like right in front.
Right.
I was dying to take a picture. And I rolled up on her. I was like, "Go, let's take this picture."
See, I'm gonna go back to why Paul is one of my greater brothers, right? if any of y'all, right, or if I was crushing or what have you, right, like if Paul saw Kim or Charito, right, Paul will call me right there on the spot.
Couldn't do it. G. Couldn't do it.
And Paul would be like, boop, 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 boop.
I put you on FaceTime.
And Paul put me on FaceTime. Like, hey, G, I just want to let you know your friend is here.
Nah.
You have to have dinner. It's like, yo, you know who I saw the other day?
So listen. I was at a wedding in Miami 2 weeks ago, right? I saw her online. She was doing something. I said, yo, listen, come, let's go hang out. She said she had a class. She had to do so-and-so, whatever. I said, I don't know when I'm going to be in Miami again. She was like, next time. I wanted to go somewhere with her. I just wanted to snap a picture and send it back to G and be like,
y'all not hearing me. Y'all not hearing me. That's what I was trying to tell you. We were at Fordham's funeral. That joint was super solemn. That joint was like what's the lady name that sat in the back of the bus? Gary, what's her name?
Rosa Parks.
Rosa Parks. It was like a Rosa Parks in the rotunda. It was like that in there, right? I looked up 2 ahead of me. Kim is sitting there. I said, yo, I'm gonna go say hi to Kim. And she's right? So I said, man, I'm gonna take this picture. Let's take this picture together and send it to Gary, right? But if people saw me take the picture,
we'll be like Pat having fun.
Yeah. The way I wanted to take the picture, I couldn't do it because if I took the picture, I'd have to take it like this. You know, at the funeral.
But I'm not there to look at you.
No, G, you're not understanding. If I'm gonna send a picture to you with me and Kim, we gotta be hugging up and like this, like Gary, I know you jealous. I can't do that at the funeral.
Okay. Hold on, guys. Time out. Wu is saying our numbers are climbing. We need to go to 100. All right. Okay. Wu, what you want? Okay. I guess Wu's saying, okay, everybody share this with like 3 to 5 people real quick. We'll get to 100. We'll get to 100. I like that.
Wu, for our best interest.
Wu is always pushing stuff, man.
Right. Wu gonna make money off of us. Wu don't care about it. Wu don't care about us. Wu gonna make money off of us. All right. I'm just gonna let you know.
I see.
But it's true. Kim said to me, take the picture, right? Anyhow, we was about to take the picture anyhow. So I'm just telling you, that G, it's not about you.
That's all right, man.
It's not about you. And guess what? I told you this before. Y'all thought she live in Baltimore. She don't live in Baltimore. She live in Laurel.
I know where that is. That's all right. I'll be down there in a couple of weeks.
I said, you be down here. I live here.
That's all right, Pat. I'm not a greedy man.
Oh, look who's gonna jump up on here.
Oh,
you're gonna jump up on here.
Hold on.
But
are you sure? You sure your boss is okay with your boss to be in here?
Gary, it's okay. Gary, let me try to get him. Can I try to get him, y'all?
Yeah,
real quick.
Look what Delroy said. The executive secretary is in the building.
First of all, you gotta ask permission.
No, I gotta try to get him on here. G.
No, ask Buddy if he can come in.
Yeah, let's ask Buddy if he can get.
I just talked to him this week.
Did you really?
No, I talked to Jason this week.
Yo, let me tell you this. So Buddy already put out a SWOT analysis of the conference. Did you see that, Gary? Anybody saw that?
No.
He told me that he put out a paperwork and everything on the vision, whole nine.
It's on the internet. It's on the internet, and Jason has to wear a tie. He can't come on here unless he's wearing a tie.
Don't do that to Jay, man.
Yo, Jason don't wear a tie.
Jason North is the original little brother.
I got you. So look, Gary, seriously, you only said, "Oh, I read it. It's powerful." Can you believe it? Man just walked in and came out with a SWOT analysis and all and the vision.
Knowing Buddy, he probably had that and just erased the conference name off of it and just changed it.
Hold on. He said, guess who put it up?
Gary, the assist.
Yo, Jason, please come on. Even if you have your cell phone, I sent it to your messenger.
Don't get Jason in trouble. Jason is probably at the spa.
Gary,
hold on.
Jason at the spa.
Hold on. Do you understand that the secretary of the conference
is who runs the conference?
Who run the conference?
I know he runs the day-to-day operations. I get it.
Okay. All right, I'm just letting you know. Social media. He said social media ministries continue. So
The man is about the Lord's business.
Look, see, who was right? I told y'all this was done the minute that Buddy found us. Like the minute Jason was hired, Pat, you said this is like Buddy probably had him working already. It's like, yo, work on this SWOT analysis right now.
Listen,
because I will be in Louisiana and Oklahoma City.
All right, I'm gonna say this once, and I'm gonna see if I can go on YouTube and cut this out. Right, Jason was my secretary in Beta.
Right.
I don't even want to tell y'all who ran Beta.
Jason.
You better believe it.
Yeah, just like you in front of us with the Grams. Everybody know who runs this.
Okay, I got you, Gary. Jason would be like your Pat.
I want y'all to know. I want y'all to know that I knew Jason when the blue and red lights were flashing at a party. That's where I met him back in '95.
I know Jason.
Hold on, Gary. Gary, hello. Did you read it? Hello.
I love you too, Sharon. I love you too. Oh, hold on. Can I really say this? I think I didn't say this. Thank you, Sharon, for what you did for my son. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, it's like that. Y'all got little.
No, man. When my boy mashed his car like an accordion.
I understand. Hold on a second. Miss Street, 610-427. Miss Street, you still there? Write it down, Miss Street. 610. No, Gag. But I like what Jason said. No question. Dr. Bird runs the ship. We know that.
He has to say that.
Come on, man. What you say, Gary? You got to say it.
He has to say that. Yo, listen. Let me tell you how far I go back with Jason. Right.
Mm-hmm. Yo, Gary.
You're gonna like this one.
Hold on, Gary. Remember, this guy's an administrator now. You can't talk foolishness now.
All right. Look, I used to babysit Jason so I could get close to his sisters. That's all I gotta say. What?
Stop it, Gary.
You're going over the house. I'll take care of little Jason. That's okay. What you want? You want to go to the movies? I'll take Jason too. Both of the sisters.
Jesus, I still get shaky when the popo pull up.
Jason, congratulations. I mean that. You know, I called you on the side when I found out anyway, but
I called Jason and let me tell you what I liked about it. He picked up the phone. I was like, yo, Jay, it's G. You should have been running me. You need the secretary to pick that up. He said, nah, dog, it's you. Right.
Yo,
when I asked for conference money, I don't want to be rerouted.
Gee, I FaceTimed him and he picked up. I was like, yo, we still boys? I didn't know we were still boys. I had no clue that this brother was gonna pick up the phone. I said, "Yo, when they reach a certain status, they don't know you no more."
I think Jason probably traveled more in the last month than he did in the last year.
Every time I looked at social media, my man was in all parts of Texas.
Actually, in Houston at Fondren Church, something like that.
Fondren.
Yeah, we'll put that up.
What you say, Gary?
That's exactly. Hold on. I lied to you not. Whoa, I lied to you not, right? I was talking to a close friend of mine, and they said, what would happen if I become conference president? What's your expectation of me? And I said, really? I need that consulting line for me. So that's how it is.
You know, presidents, let me tell you something. Presidents of conferences. You're gonna, and I'm not pushing out any of the old heads, but we're gonna watch Buddy do some things. If we didn't believe in, I would believe he was reincarnated. If I didn't believe in Jesus, I believe he was reincarnated.
From what you know who Buddy is. I'm gonna give it to you, and I thought about this. Right?
Everybody, check your echoes. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Hold on, let me check.
Yeah, let me check mine too.
I'm good.
Tell your mother-in-law turn off the TV in the background.
That's me? You talking to?
I think so. And let me mute you out and come back in. Testing 1, 2, 3. Making sure we don't have feedback on. Making sure we don't have feedback. Chris has said that Buddy is gonna change the narrative. Where Jason? I sent Jason a come back up, Gary. Come back up. You there?
Jason is lining himself up. Jason's lining
said-
himself up.
Oh, he's going to
He's in Shreveport, Louisiana tomorrow. And Buddy's at Alpha. That's Grosvenor's church in
Grosvenor.
Austin.
Grosvenor.
In Austin.
He's a stupid preacher. Stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid. He's just dumb.
He's gonna do well, man. Simple. He's gonna do well, and he's doing well now. Simple and plain.
Yeah.
Simple and plain. I mean, when has Buddy not done well? He said he's critical, bro. He's very critical, and you got some good guys, man. That's gonna follow that lead. You know.
Listen, Wu said he just want Buddy to update Black education. I'm gonna tell you right now. Don't get me started, guys. Just shut me down now, okay?
Shut down. Don't go down that road.
Okay.
Stick to the script. I know people don't think we don't stick to the script.
Shut me down now.
Okay, Erica's bringing us back. Erica's bringing us back. They've been on the move, y'all. Hit the ground running faster than Shikari.
Y'all leave Shikari alone. Yo, I'm gonna get on the show.
Now, let me tell you what I hope happen with Shikari. This is my honest truth. I want her to go back and train. I want her to go back and shut her mouth. Just hear me out, guys. Just listen. I want to go back and I want her to have a Pelk moment. Y'all don't know what that is. You want me to tell you what a Pelk moment is, G? Pastors don't lose. They lose their steam, right? They lose their steam around the end of camp meeting. They come to Pelk, and by January, Negroes and Negroettes are in
They're
full
ready again.
That's in full steam after Pelk.
Look, here's the thing, right? You can't talk without backing it up. That's what sports is all about.
Sure.
You know, they said,
so let me just tell you what buried her. Okay. You can talk about
she needs a
support.
publicist, not a trainer.
You could talk about support, all that stuff, right? I cannot stand Floyd Mayweather. Talk too much smack.
Yes, man. But
I can't stand his cars.
Yeah.
I can't stand everything.
Money. I don't like his money.
What? But you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Every time he fights, he wins.
He wins.
Same thing with Colin McGregor. Can't stand him. Loses and come back. Right?
Who you call that, G?
What?
Colin McGregor,
the Irish guy.
Irish guy.
Who, but when he was winning, you know, what happened to Shikari is no different what happened to Ronda Rousey.
Sure, right.
Ronda Rousey was all good, and then she got her butt beat, and that's the end of it.
In second.
Right? See, the thing with Shikari, she's still young. All right. When she was born, I was just about to get married. She's born on March 25th, 2000.
Hold on, Gary. Right? One second. Yeah, my man. I'm giving you the tip right now. TYME at $1.08. Expected to be $4. Come on back, everybody. Come on back.
All right, got you. I got you. But let me say, so every time, and this is the truth, and you follow, every time that Shikari said something, somebody said they will support. Then she said something stupid again. Then it goes lower. Then it goes lower.
Yeah, got you.
But you know where she messed up now? When Allison Felix, who's probably the most decorated American runner.
Yes,
that's
the one who got pregnant.
Yes. The one that got pregnant and made her own shoes and made Nike look bad by winning. Okay,
with her own shoes.
With her own shoes, right?
Right.
Okay. Shikari said something against that, and so everybody's like, now they're off the ship. So she has a ways to go.
You know what? Young enough. She's young enough to come back.
Right, but you see, her path is harder because you can't win one race.
Right.
She has to win multiple races.
Right. And not only
it's like a pitcher. You can't win one game. You got to win like 18,
all the
19 games.
Right.
Well, here's another thing.
Average and stay under the average.
Here's another thing. You know, I was listening to your boy Major Hype because he did a video, right? And in the video, it was more or less like, now don't get me wrong, I'm with her. I'll push her along. You understand where I'm coming from. I'll cheerlead her on.
Oh,
But
Gary! Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Look, I'm glad he's frozen. Oh, he's not. He's here.
Oh my goodness.
Hold on. Again,
Wait. Look at the background. Look at the background.
it's look, buddy, turn it sideways. Turn it sideways.
Wait.
Gary, is it us? How come all of our people are they're
It's Texas, man.
Yeah. They're stuck. He's stuck.
Oh man.
Oh, we're gonna take him out and bring him back. Bring him back in. Bring him back.
What do you mean I need a drink of water? I because I'm hot. I got
Who put him up? Paul, you called him?
I called him. I hit him up.
wow.
Because somebody said, Bert, what, buddy?
Yo,
Leanne, yesterday's price is not.
Thank you, Leanne. I was about to say that. Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Come on, Dr. Bird.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Oh my goodness.
No, I cannot. I've known Carlton for a long time. That is probably the best acquisition because we know.
You mean the best acquisition in the hot what do we call it,
You
Gary?
can't get anybody better than Jason. See, that's the stuff that
That's
people,
right.
People don't know about Carlton.
Let me tell you about Jason. Let me tell you about Jason.
Patrick, try to hit Jay. Try to hit Jay again.
Try to hit him up already. I'm gonna try to get him again. Let me tell you what about Jason I know. Jason's problem, which is a good problem, he dots all his I's and crosses all his T's. He's not going out on stage.
His father and uncle is.
You're right, Gary. And do you guys know those are
Miles is his uncle.
I think it's Godfather. I think it's his Godfather.
Well,
But hold on, Gary. Jason's grandmother used to be the organist at Bethel Church.
Bethel Church.
They're from Northeastern.
And at Springfield Church.
They're from Northeastern, Gary. The only reason why we know them is because we know them from Andrews.
Oh, you said you are the president of the Buddy Bird fan club. No, man, I'm just his friend, just like Pat and Paul is my friend.
Let's hope he got it. Pat. Let's see if he's on.
Oh, I think turn your phone sideways, President Bird.
Yes.
Yeah.
President.
Did I just call him President Bird? Oh my goodness.
I need you all to know that
Hold
your
on, buddy.
number
I cut
one
my hair.
fan
I cut my
stands
hair.
with
I just
the
want to let you know
Rams.
that.
My lovely wife Danielle is the one who said, "Get on." You know how
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let's wait on the chat, guys. Wait on the chat.
Look in the chat now, buddy. Everybody's gonna say it.
Wait for the chat. Is there one? Is there one?
It's coming, Pat. It's coming.
Come on, chat room.
Come on, chat room.
Everybody say it. You know what to say. You know what to say for Dr. Bird.
is there one?
There's one.
All right, let me just lead off and say this because this is no lie. Carlton and Danielle, Nilsa is thinking of moving. Patrick upon knows this, to Dallas to do nursing.
I love it.
For 13 weeks. So I'm just letting you know right now.
I love it.
I will drive your car. I will be your butler. And I will take you from the confines of hardship. Your boy will help you,
Gary.
ease the burden. Hold on. And Daniel is probably getting mad right now because Daniel know that
Fan club president.
Gary's the fan club president.
Hold on. Buddy, let's get into it. Real quick. Because hold on, this joint is about to climb to about 100. Now they got Buddy. Everybody's share right now.
Right.
Hold on. So, Buddy,
Start sharing.
Let me ask you a question, Buddy. How in the world did you come up with a SWOT analysis in 1 week? I want to know that.
Well, you know, Patrick, here's something else. But you know, we're called upon to do the work. No, we're called upon to doing the work. But seriously,
No,
seriously,
seriously.
seriously. So at the day after I was elected, I asked, oh, I like this person's comment, whoever that is.
Woo.
But
He's trying to get a job. He's trying to get a job.
Oh, I sent a survey out to the pastors, and sent a survey out to the conference committee, and sent a survey out to the office staff and departmental staff. They filled it out. I compiled it, coupled with my observation for the first week, and then looking at some different trends, looking at different reports, Todd statements, baptism records for the past 10 years.
Wow.
And I was able to come up with what we came up with. And sure enough, a lot of people, say, Pastor, you're right on. And it's proven to be effective. And we've done a statistical analysis, 10-year analysis for every church in the conference as well. We actually sent that out this week. And then, I just feel that in order to be the president of the conference, you got to hear the people.
That's right.
You got to understand what they're saying.
Come on.
Because if not, as administrators, we can talk among ourselves and we could be in an echo chamber. But if you really want to know what's going on, you got to get to the people. You got to get to the pastors.
Sure, right.
So I have made it my point in the first 6 months of my presidency to get to every church and get to every pastor.
Yes.
Hear from the pastors. Let them tell me what they think. Let them tell me what their goals and aspirations are. Because really and truthfully, brethren, and you all know this, my job now is to inspire leaders.
That's it.
My success is other people's success. So if they're successful, I'm successful. Conferences don't make strong conferences. Churches make strong conferences. So it's my job to help pastors realize where they want to be, where they want to go. They share that. And then after that, I'll share our expectations at the conference.
Right.
And pastors have told me, Pastor, we appreciate you being just transparent. We tell you what we need. You tell us what you expect, and let's go from there. Mm-hmm. But brethren, if we understand the history of our conferences, when we had explosive growth in the 40s, 50s, and 60s.
Okay, here we go, guys.
Most of the persons who became administrators came directly from the pulpit. And so there was a link, there was an understanding of what was happening on front line and on front line ministry. In the 70s, 80s, 90s, perhaps, we started moving. You became the youth director, then you became the conference secretary, then you became the president. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
There are pros and cons to every side. But I do know one thing coming straight out of the pastorate is you have just sat where current pastors sit.
So what you're saying is that
you look through a lens and you look through a perspective of a pastor, and that's very helpful. Yeah. Not to say that if you were the executive secretary or you're the youth director or department director, you can't do that. But I will say that being a pastor, you do have a great sensitivity to that. Well, and God is blessed. I mean, we're on our way, Danielle and I and our youngest daughter, we're on our way to Austin. We'll be with one church tomorrow, and then on Sunday, we're with another church. So we're going to hit two more this weekend, hit 2 churches in Shreveport during this week. And last week, we're in Houston. All the churches came together. So in order to understand how the people are thinking, we have to connect with the pastors, have to connect with the people. And I'm going to say this, and I don't mean to monopolize, but since y'all allowed me on, I can talk.
Come on. Go ahead, brother.
But with the role of presidency administration, it is very easy just to get caught up in the operational, mundane things of meetings, putting out fires and whatnot. But I have to remind myself every day, God also has me here, most importantly, to move the thermometer, to move ministry forward, to go out of the box, be innovative, be creative, but to move it forward, not just do maintenance ministry and operational ministry, but to move it forward. And so by God's grace, we're going to do that. We have 4 main goals. They're not revolutionary, but they're so true. Number 1, evangelism. Number 2, Adventist education. Number 3, media and digital expansion. And number 4, youth and young adult engagement and involvement. And we can't just talk about that. We've got to move forward and do it. And God has been blessing. People have been responding. I'm excited. I wake up every morning excited about my job. And so I'm very, very happy about that. You all pray for us. Even right now, there's a storm in the Gulf threatening New Orleans and southern Louisiana.
Right.
I just got off the phone because I don't think we need to be reactive. We need to be proactive.
Come on, boy.
Called all of my pastors in New Orleans, let them know we're praying for them. Called the principal of the school in New Orleans, let them know we're praying for them. Called our campground manager and said, I need you to get the campground ready.
Just in case
people need to leave New Orleans and drive up to campground. We need to be ready. And so, communication is key. talking with people, and moving the thermometer. And so, are there challenges? Yes, but hey, let's do it. There is nothing that God has not prepared us to do, and there's nothing that He has not put in our hand as His people to get done to further this gospel and expand the kingdom.
But buddy, but hold on, Pat. Before you go ahead, buddy, I want you to know this much, that I think that one of the greatest moves that was made on part of the conference, of course, by your leadership also, but by the conference, is having an executive secretary that can and knows the job.
That's right. That's right. And with that, I tell people all the time, and I'll be transparent because I'm telling people I'm not mincing words. I'm being transparent. I'm just gonna tell it like it is. If our 4 goals as a conference, evangelism, Adventist education, media and digital expansion, and youth ministry, if those are our 4 goals, then our hires should reflect that.
That's
Right.
right.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
with that, you build a conference ministries team, pastors, teachers, everything, just like you build a sports franchise. You do it through the draft, you do it through free agency, and you develop your own players that you have. With choosing our executive secretary, Jason North, the 4 things we as a conference are looking for, he is proficient in those areas.
That's right.
Number
All
one,
of them. All of them.
He's a pastor. He believes in that. Number 2, Adventist education. His career in the Adventist church began as a church school teacher.
That's right.
Media and digital expansion with Breath of Life, Oakwood Church. He was right there with
Social
me.
media king.
Those that know him, technology, social media.
That's right.
And then youth, young adult ministry. He
Youth and young
served
adults.
distinction as a youth ministries director. So I tell people, I didn't recommend his name simply because he's my friend. There are a lot of friends I have that I'm not going to recommend to be employees of the Southwest Region Conference. But I recommended him because of our 4 primary emphasis. There's a level of proficiency that he has in them. And we're going to move this thing forward. We're going to move it forward. And I'm excited about what God is going to do. I thank you all seriously for your prayers, for your support. And I want to thank the 3 of you specifically for your verbal support. Because sometimes our lack of verbal affirmation and support, you're saying something you're not saying. But the 3 of you have always been supportive of me and Danielle in our ministry. You have verbally done that. And I just want to thank you. Because in our ranks, there's a thing called professional jealousy, and it's killing us. It is killing us. But I want to take this opportunity. Thank you all. Gary's my man, 50 grand, but Patrick and Paul, you as well.
Forget
Y'all,
Gary, man.
I'm
Come on,
serious.
buddy.
You all
Forget
have
Gary.
always been supportive of me from our days in Oakwood. And I just publicly want to say thank you. And I mean that. Thank you.
I
Got you.
appreciate that, buddy. I do want to let you know that sometimes I follow you in some things,
Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go,
Get
buddy.
it,
I just want you,
Paul.
buddy. I just want
What
you,
is Patrick
buddy.
going to say? I'm getting
Buddy, I just want you to know, buddy, that my daughter and your daughter, they started school together. That's one.
Now I'm not even there, Paul. I'm not there.
You're not there yet. You're not there
I'm
yet.
not there yet.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Letting Buddy know that after he left Deliverance, I followed him
You
in
did,
Deliverance.
and did a great job and took it to another level. CD and everything.
So how come you didn't recommend me for Oakwood? I'm kidding. Buddy, don't even play. Don't even answer it. I'm not leaving
All I
Alabama
can do is
East.
laugh, and Danielle's in the background laughing.
Yeah, I just heard her. I just heard her.
Paul.
Now, buddy, we are proud of you.
Yes.
Anything we say bad about you, we'll say it right here. We don't like your hairstyle. We love you.
You're still more handsome than we are.
Yeah,
We
that-
think we don't know how you got that beautiful wife.
Right.
Stuff like that.
have no
Paul,
clue.
you need to stop right there because Danielle has told me stories about you in the cafeteria at Oakwood University.
Buddy, let me tell you something, and I don't know where to find it. They say, Sister White says, I don't know where to find it, that for the leadership of God's church, Satan gives out 10 demons to his family. I don't know, guys. Somebody, if you could find it, somebody find it. But I know that it said that pastors or those who are in the workforce, 10 demons towards the family. Let me tell you something. God has called us
Yes,
for a time as this.
that's right.
No, I really mean that, right?
No, I agree with you.
Yep, as a time as this. It could not happen 2 years before. It could not happen 2 years after. It's right on time, right? And here's the thing. If you think, buddy, that you yourself is equipped for this job, Imagine what God has in his suitcase for you.
Lord have mercy.
Mercy.
That's humbling and that's awesome.
Come on.
That's humbling and
It's-
that's awesome.
And
Well,
all we
well-
have to do, and I'll say this, all we have to do is to be willing,
Yes.
right? Once you're willing to do it, God will protect you. And I'm going to tell some people this, and people are going to get upset at me. All of us have done wrong. All of us have messed up somewhere down the road. And I hate Adventism for this. It's always money and sex. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about we've all made decisions that we should not have made. We all do things that and wish we could go back and start all over again. I'm glad we serve a God that says Southwest region is not about Buddy.
Mm.
Southwest region is about this is God speaking. It's about my people.
Yes.
I'm putting my instrument there in order to get my work done.
Yes.
So the bottom line is that when I first heard that you were going there, I was like, yo, this is great. Then when I heard Jason,
Mhm.
buddy, I've worked with Jason before.
You know, Patrick. You know. But Patrick, let me say this to you, and I know you're making your point, but I must interject.
No, go ahead.
For everybody who knows Jason North, when the name was voted, I started getting social media messages, great choice, because they know him.
He's a workhorse. He's
And I
a
tell people
workhorse.
that don't know him, I said, in December, come back to me and ask me what you're asking me now. I said, but you're not going to have to ask me.
I'm gonna say it
He loves the
publicly.
Lord. He loves
Yep.
people, and he's a hard worker.
Now you stay quiet because only I could say this,
Mhm.
right? As the president of Beta,
Mhm.
he never wanted my job.
I hear you.
Are you
I hear
understand what
you.
I'm saying?
I
He
hear you.
never stepped in and crossed the line and tried to be president of Beta. Never did that. But he's always picked up the phone and say, Pat, do this, I got your back. Pat, move this way, I got your back.
Mhm.
Yo, don't put out that statement. Yo, don't do this, that, and the other. I'm just saying, I gotta admit that he could have been the one to step out and be like, I'm doing all the work. I'm doing
Okay.
it. Never,
Okay.
never.
Okay. Let me share this one thing. Buddy, I feel I can say this.
Okay.
You pick someone who can do your job.
Right.
Well, true.
And I'm
Right.
okay with that.
There you go.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. And you know, when we talked, and everything can't be said here, but when we talked on Oakers campus, the biggest thing for me was what you're doing basically is putting the seeds down. That's all you're doing is putting the seeds down, because what if the Lord says, I only need you to put seeds down. I don't need you to, or I just need you to water it, put the seeds down and water it. I don't need you to pull up ground, do this, that, and the other. I'm simply saying that I still think that even though God wants you here, this is Paul Graham. I'm not a soothsayer or anything like that, that it is in preparation for even something else.
But Pizzo, this is
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
And Paul, here's my thing.
Look at Gary. Gary ain't saying nothing.
Always
I know my place.
listen to what I'm saying. Leadership always leaves the back door open.
There you go, Pat. You're
Right.
absolutely right.
Leadership does not close the back door. Let me tell you something. There's a kid coming out of high school right now that could bury all of us. We need to leave that door open for him or
Absolutely.
her.
Or her.
We need to. There's a kid that's in Oakwood right now that can
That's
run circles around us. We
That's
need to leave the door open for them. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
I
and
think,
Patrick-
buddy, go ahead, buddy.
And Patrick, it's bigger than us.
Yes.
And I'm not leading to get the next thing. The Lord may have me in Southwest region to the end, but guess what? He said, occupy till I come.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
And we have to, I'll just say to anybody, if you're trying to build, I'm not trying to make it to the NBA finals. I'm trying to win the finals for Jesus.
Woo!
And if you're going to win the finals for Jesus, you got to get the best people that are God-fearing, that are God-led, that are commensurate with the vision the Lord has given you. And let's go win some championships for Jesus. And
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And
Buddy,
I'm
yes,
going to
sir.
say this. I'm going to say this. People, everyone will say, Oakwood, we had a great run. Oakwood, Breath, we had a great lot. But one of the greatest decisions I could have made while pastoring there was to build a dream team of pastors.
God.
And let me tell you something. It was taking off already. But when we got that pastoral staff, operating in our
tight.
giftedness
It
and the
was tight.
selections we made. Let me
was
tell you,
Lord,
Mark's success with children's ministries, that was all of our success.
unbelievable.
Jason's success in youth and young adult ministry and media, that was all of our success. Paul and Tucson's success in general associate pastoral ministry, that was all of our success. And look what God did. The views, the baptisms, the school being built, the media at the church, the Family Life Center, because we were working together. Yes, there was a leader, that, I was the lead pastor,
Sure.
but we were working together to build the kingdom. And I just believe that same formula here in the Southwest Region Conference, when you're working together for a common cause, it's like what you said, Patrick. Nobody's trying to supersede anybody. Nobody is trying to undermine anybody. We're trying to do God's work.
That's right.
And when everyone lifts, it makes the load lighter, and
That's right.
God's people are better for it.
Absolutely.
And so I just,
P, let
when
me
I
ask you
first
a
went
question.
to Berean, I was younger, and the Lord allowed me in that responsibility to kind of be a trailblazer, if you will, because we noticed after that, some of our contemporaries, they started, there was a mindset, we can give younger people larger responsibility.
Right.
And
right.
I'm just praying, my brothers, I'm just praying that the church is in good hands.
That's
Yeah.
That the same would happen with us, with our contemporaries. We will make mistakes, but God knows the intentions of our hearts,
yes.
and He will cover those things,
Yep.
and we just move forward. So this is bigger than Southwest Region. I'm excited what
P,
God's
let me
doing,
get him.
but this is bigger, and I'm just grateful to be in His army. I'm grateful to be used of Him, and I mean that.
I know you mean it. I want to ask you one more question. I know I'm trying to, Paul, I'll give it back to you. Buddy, I want to ask you a real serious question. I know your wife is listening, your family, and families down the line.
Yes.
And when I say families down the line, I mean everybody, what scares you the most?
Ooh.
What,
Ooh, Pat. Ooh.
what, I'm trying to get under your skin a little bit here.
Okay.
Let me explain the reason why.
Okay.
Sometimes, in youth ministry, you could make one mistake in youth ministry and it will destroy your career.
Destroy.
I don't mean to say career, but it could destroy your ministry all the way down the line. Again, Adventists, we're not talking about sex and we're not talking about money.
Exactly.
Just decisions. We're talking about decisions.
There, and that's not even where you're
That's
going.
not what I'm talking about.
Not
I'm talking about, let me give you a great example. I'm talking about, I almost opened camp this year.
Right.
And if I opened camp this year, out of 200 kids, half of them could have had COVID.
Right. So
After that happens, I'm down the drain for life now because I made one bad decision.
right. So Patrick,
Go ahead.
let me tell you, excellent question. One thing I have learned from moving from pastor to president,
Right.
even though Oakwood Church was large, Breath of Life and Berean was large, the weight of the presidency,
Mhm.
where people's lives, husbands and wives, and where they're moved, and personnel decisions, and the decisions you make will impact the trajectory of people's lives forever.
Wow.
I
Wow.
better understand what it means. Get on your knees and pray, because you can wreck families, you can wreck churches with a simple personnel decision. And then even after you make the decision, you're like, Lord, I prayed that this was right. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And
Yes.
the weight of that, so in one breath, you want to move God's work forward, but you're dealing with humanity. You're dealing with people. And so I'm praying, Lord, particularly with personnel decisions, lead me, guide me. We want to advance your work, but in that process, lead me and guide me, because we have seen in our lives where personnel decisions have wrecked families, wrecked churches, wrecked ministries, and churches, ministries, and families, some of them have never recovered.
Never recovered.
Never recovered.
Some of their kids, or even our kids, have
Yes.
never recovered.
Never
from it.
recovered. And so one thing I'm trying to do is help our staff to understand my heart, hear my heart. And I got to make a decision. Leadership, you got to make a decision.
Mhm.
But understand the decision is motivated out of a heart of love and a heart for passion for God's ministry.
Right.
But Patrick, if you're talking about decision, oh my goodness. You know what I'm saying? Just that, the weight of the presidency with that, when you're dealing with so many people and the trajectory of their lives, that is
But buddy, one more question. I'm
Sure.
sorry to throw this at you like
One
this.
more question, Pat. His wife is waiting on him for Sabbath Nookie. Hurry up.
And listen, we know he has that. So listen. Let me ask you this. Don't play, buddy, because I'm talking to you from a not just a pastor to a pastor.
Mm.
People ask me, how come your program worked out so well? How come you don't have a lot of duds? All right.
Okay.
I said, because when I get into a real situation, I pray. And you know how the priest has the two that says do it, don't do it, or yes and no.
Right. The Urim and the Thummim.
The Urim and the Thummim. I really do believe that in youth ministry, God actually tells me what to do from what not to do.
Patrick, I hear you.
I
Patrick, let me
don't
share
play
this
that.
with you. Patrick, let me share this with you. And you may get mad at me for sharing this, but it's kind of where you're going.
Okay.
When you talk about decisions.
Yeah.
When I was trying to recruit Jason North to pastor.
Hold on a second, guys. Check your echoes.
Fine.
I'm muted. I'm good.
Okay. When I was trying to recruit Jason North to Oakwood Church, one of the things he said to me, he's like, Doc, you don't understand. I love youth ministry. I love, camp and camp meeting. He said, but man, just the weight of getting through summer camp and there was no inappropriate behavior, that there was no one molested, he said, you just don't understand. I don't sleep. I don't, and he said, the decision making with who you hire as counselors. He said, yeah, we can take people through all of these background checks. He said, but the weight of that. And so now imagine as a president, the weight of that, it's more than a notion. And so when I hear you, Patrick, when you talk about just decision, and then as youth director, do I open camp or not? If you open camp and someone contracts COVID and gets gravely ill, then what?
It's you.
And people don't, because see, when you do well, it's look what we did.
Right.
When things don't go well, it's look what you did.
What you did.
And so you show me you're a leader, not in times where things are going well, but show me you're a leader in time of test, in time of tribulation, in time of trouble. And we can say that transfer in any industry, politicians and whatnot, and so somebody said to me, our conference is not as resource wealthy, if you will, as your conference, Patrick, as your conference, Paul, okay? But that's when the Lord is really going to show through me true leadership. Are you hearing what I'm saying?
Yeah, yes.
So when you talk about decisions, and I'm so grateful, Patrick, because everybody always thinks when you talk about decisions, you're talking about sex, you're talking about money.
Or firing some pastor because of
there
this.
are just common everyday decisions that you have to make that can change the trajectory of people's lives and the conference's life. And so when you talk about praying and you talk about you believe you have a connection with the Lord and the Lord will reveal to you clearly what to do, what not to do. The Lord will tell you when to press forward. The Lord will tell you when to retreat and tell you to stand still. Brother, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yep.
Buddy, one of the things that I want to share with you also is that your kids they have to deal with a lot. And God bless them. I'm just giving you straight. God bless them.
Thank you.
And like my kids were the other day when I was down there. Now this may be the class down at Oakwood. The freshman class has so many pastors' kids.
Yes.
That are in that class. It was like Pelk down there.
Right.
You know
it was.
I mean? Right. And it was so amazing how whenever we would interact, the kids would just be like, whatever, I'm not here because I'm Bird's kid or Graham's kid or Jules' kid, or you understand where I'm coming from. And what kills me is that so many people forget that your leadership started at home, right, and still continues at home. And that prayer got to go up for your kids, because if you're doing a great job, they're going to make sure that they're not doing a great job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we gotta lift up.
I'm going to say this to you. I'm going to say this to you, and then I have to sign off. We got to get on the highway. But let me say this to you in response to what you're saying. I know now, and Patrick's been dealing with this, and Gary, of course, as well, but Patrick, really, I know what it's like now to pray for your adult children. I know what it's like now.
Is there one? Definitely, bro. Definitely.
I know what it's like now to pray for your adult children. You see, when Kristen was at Oakwood, I was pastor of the University Church. I'm there.
Right.
But now I'm 700 miles away. I know what it's like
That's right, boy.
to pray for your adult children. 20 and 18, away from home, away from Danielle and myself. I know what it's like now.
The prayer is different.
The prayer
is not
Prayer
the
is
same.
different.
It's not the same.
My prayer for the last 3-4 weeks have been totally different.
It's totally different.
Not
As
the
they
same.
say in the hood, it hits different.
Yes. And your perspective and your outlook is very different.
So, and here's another thing: you treat young people different now, or you see them through a different lens now. Now you understand young adult ministry and what it needs.
Yes, sir.
Now that
Yes,
that
Because you're speaking not in the third person. You're speaking in the
Oh, Patrick, get him out of here, Pat. Get him out of here. Don't let him talk again.
It's time. It is time. We don't listen. First of all, buddy, we don't want you to ever come up like this again. Paul, you should have asked us first before you asked him to come
It
up.
was Paul and Danielle, because Danielle called and said, get on that thing with Patrick, Paul, and Gary.
And I'm kind of scared because Danielle and Wendy kind of hooked
Right,
up.
right.
So I'm a
Well,
little
got
afraid
Oakwood,
right
I
now.
know.
Okay, cool.
Gary, we're looking for you and Nilsson to move to Dallas.
8 or 13 weeks. Pray on that, brother.
I'm praying on it. Brethren, you all know you are my brothers. I appreciate you, Daniel and I. We love you guys. Keep doing what you're doing.
But
And
buddy,
you are influencing people through Snacks with the Grams. Is there one? That's
Is
all.
there-
Is there one?
Pat, pray him out. Pat, pray him out.
we're not gonna put you through.
No,
the,
let's do something
do the
that
red-
everybody put in the chat. Pat, you pray for them. Put in the chat. We're praying for you, Dr. Bird.
Yeah.
While Patrick is praying, put in the chat. Let's show him what a great audience we are. Let me take off my hat and let everybody know that we love you.
We do.
Safe travels. So put in the chat the prayer sign, or we're praying for you. Go ahead, Pat.
Pat,
Yeah.
please.
God, we thank you so much for all that you have done for us. And now we lift up Dr. Buddy Bird, his wife, and his whole family
Yes, Lord.
as they take on this initiative or this assignment that you have given to him. Now I ask you to protect him, put a hedge around him, God. And we ask you, God, that as he fulfills this assignment, the biggest assignment that he needs to fulfill is making sure he and his family makes it to the kingdom.
Yes, Lord.
We love you. We appreciate you, God. And we thank you, Lord, for the love that you have showed us, but also what you have showed him and his family. Bless his wife in a special way.
Yes.
You come, we ask you to save us in your kingdom, all of us, where we can hang out forever. In
Yes.
Jesus' name I pray, and for his name's sake. Amen.
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 Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you
All
all.
right.
Thank all those who are viewing. God bless. Have a great Sabbath.
Bye-bye, man.
Blessings, man.
Bye.
Yo, let me just jump into something real quick.
Wow. It was good having you on.
Our favorite person other than Dr. Bird, she's online. Paul, maybe you can reach out to Brenda Walsh's birthday is today.
It's
Is it?
today.
It is today.
Yes.
Get her.
So
today.
let's see if we could get her in
Today.
and let her have happy birthday. I spoke to her about a couple of so it's no doubt I'm Carlton's favorite Graham, but Brenda's Paul's favorite Graham. So if Brenda's still on, we want to bring her in to tell her a happy birthday. She's a wonderful person. But great job, Pat and Paul, bringing him on. So,
Well, I'm telling you, G, leadership is difficult. And Buddy makes it look easy. He makes it look easy.
Carlton is probably the hardest worker that we know.
Probably so.
That I mean, when we joke and we say that he had the SWOT analysis prior to that, that's really who he is.
Okay, but here's the thing, G, that gets me about that.
Mhm.
He told us how he got the SWOT analysis. Okay.
He
He
did the work to
I
get
say
there.
that is because I'm sure a lot of people, when they saw it, was like, oh, he had this ready before he came in.
Right.
He told us how he did it. And really a SWOT analysis is not difficult to put together once you get all the information that you need.
Well, you know, Buddy has a degree in business.
He's a businessman.
Right.
From long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
From long
So
time.
if Brenda doesn't come on, I just want everybody to wish her a happy birthday.
Yeah.
And
I just text her. Hopefully.
Oh well,
she'll
let me just
be
tell you,
on.
Brenda has already invited us
Mhm.
to Knoxville. You know,
She's
Southern.
in she's in Southern.
Oh yeah,
She's in Southern. She's in Southern.
Yeah.
And she always talks about us. She's always bouncing in, but that's one of our favorite people. Glad that buddy could come on in.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, I got to tell you this. I was talking to her the other day. Talk about
God's
how well she is, how well she does what she does. You know, I've been trying to write this book, do this book for the longest time, and so whatever. And she said, "Let me tell you something. You got to regiment yourself."
Right.
I had called her one time,
Mm-hmm.
and she was like, "Yo, you're lucky I picked up the phone. I picked up the phone for you, and I picked up the phone for my mom because on this day,
So writing
certain days, I don't pick up. I don't talk to
Really?
nobody.
Wow.
Yes,
Really?
she's that regimented."
Yeah.
So I was like, "Yo, if she could do it, man, I can get myself together." And I was like, "How do I do?" She was like, "Just do it. You can't just be like, I want to do it. You got to do it." And here we go. Happy birthday!
Thank you guys. That is the sweetest.
Happy
Yo,
birthday.
so let's just say it right now.
Wait, Brenda, could you turn your camera to the side?
Landscape.
No, landscape.
Oh, okay, like this.
Yeah. There we go.
There we
There
go.
you
There we
Okay.
go. There we go.
All right, so we're just gonna let everybody know nobody messes with Brenda Walsh.
That's right.
Nobody messes
on the
with Brenda
Grams
Walsh.
watch.
That's right. That's right.
Right. And we said, and we had a conversation. It's like, if we was in an alley in a fight, the Graham that you want to be fighting with is with Paul.
That's right.
And Paul has Brenda's back, and Paul was like, nobody messes with Brenda. So we love Brenda. We found out it was your birthday. We talked a couple of weeks ago. And so we're so happy that God has given you another life. We'll put it out.
He's 51, G.
No, she's 43.
Oh,
40.
Gary, yeah. If I told you, y'all be like, "What are you eating?" All right.
I
So,
actually
and-
told Paul the right date, didn't I, Paul?
Yes,
we
you
won't
did.
we won't do that to you, but I just got to tell you the way she easily asked. And you know, Pastor Willis is one of her is a big fan of Brenda's too, David Willis. And when she invited us to come down to Southern, I was like, I was blown away. I was blown away, and we're gonna make it happen. So we just want to say happy
I would
birthday
love
from
to
there.
have all three of you on my praise and worship program.
Oh, wow.
And also, when you're here, we'll do a behind the scenes. So you do a behind the scenes program with us. So that way we'll get two, you know, for one trip. And I'll even cook for you. You tell me, I'll make you snacks. And guess what kind of cook I am? My mom calls me a short order chef because I want to make sure everybody's happy. So if you want something different, you get what you want, Gary. Pat, you get what you want. Paul, you get what you want. I'll make it all.
Anything with eggs is fine with me.
She's not gonna do.
She's gonna do that. She's gonna give you something super.
She'll give you something veggie.
That's fine.
Actually, I cook it all.
I got awesome.
Yeah, my grandson, I cook meat for him every day. Shh, don't tell anybody, but he doesn't eat. He's not a vegetarian. He wants a steak. I fix him one.
Listen, Jania Wright says her devotional book is awesome. Moments with God. Moments with God. It's awesome.
Ask her if she has my new one, Strength for Today. And Paul, I heard what you were saying about my devotional day, and that Paul is telling the truth, because devotions, I don't answer the door. I don't answer my phone. I tell my mom ahead of time that I'm going to be on devotion, so she doesn't call me unless it's an emergency.
Wow.
And it's between me and God. I have prayer warriors around the world praying for me on devotion day. They know that's the day
Around the world.
Wow.
Around the world.
So Brenda, tell us two things, right? I know you have a program Saturday afternoon.
Every Sabbath at 5:30 Eastern time, I'm live on Facebook and YouTube. Go to my Brenda Walsh Ministries channel, and I'll play your favorite song over here. I'll see if I don't know if you can see the piano behind me.
In the back, yeah, we see
Yep.
it. Mm-hmm.
And
So somebody put that in the chat so we'll know. And then what is your next book project? People love your books, and tell us about that.
am writing my third devotional book right now. I've been posting a devotion on Facebook every day for way over 10 years.
That's right.
I've never missed one day. And it really, today being my birthday, I was surprised. I've had over 2,000 birthday messages just from LinkedIn. And a man at a refugee camp sent me his picture reading my book, Moments with God, and told me he gave his heart to Jesus because of that book. And he's reading devotions every morning to the whole refugee camp. They even gave him a microphone. You know, that made my whole day. That was amazing.
I got one question.
Tell her not to cry. Tell her not to cry because
no, don't do that.
Go mess us up.
Right? You know, you don't want to see black men cry. Brenda, I'm going to ask you this question because I think, you know, Carlton is our good friend, but I think this question is appropriate for you. And then,
I love him too, by the way.
Who doesn't?
I've given him a great big hug.
Yeah. So I want you to ask this question, and I mean this, and it's been put on my heart because you say the greatest things. What can you tell the world now? Because I'm kind of have a dark cloud over what's happening in Afghanistan and what's happening with our refugees coming in here. How can we show love? How can we still be prepared with Jesus? How can we still deal with COVID? Can you give us some thoughts of hope and in this time to our audience?
Well, absolutely, because I think this is the time more than ever we need to love each other. I just wrote a devotion on it yesterday. You will read it next month. But what we need now is a whole lot more love in our hearts for each other. And that includes everybody the things that are going on in Afghanistan. It breaks my heart. Anybody looking at the news would have to be made out of steel, not to just be so touched. And we need to just have more love in our hearts for each other. We need to stop just walking by or being blind to the fact, oh yeah, that's another bad thing happening in the world, like it's blasé. You know, Jesus is coming soon. And we need to act like it. And if we don't start loving each other more, judging each other less, we're not going to be there. And if I wanted to give one piece of advice for anybody, let's get rid of the judgment, the criticism. We don't need that. We need to, if we want to really represent Christ, he was all about the love.
Yes.
All about the love.
Yes.
Wow.
I gave a stranger a hug at a grocery store today because I went in there. I've got a birthday party at my house tonight that I'm cooking for. And this lady looked so forlorn, and she just looked like she was, didn't have a friend in the world. And, God impressed, go over there and give that woman a hug. And, she just started crying right there in my arms. And she said, wow.
You're the real deal.
You know what? She just lost a family member to COVID. And she just found out. We need to have more empathy and love for each other. She was slowing up the line, and she was almost paralyzed, couldn't move in the line. And instead of everybody getting irritated because she wasn't moving up in the line, what about just seeing that, that woman's in pain, do something, and that's what we all need to do is have more love in our hearts for each other and act like we're Christians. Don't just say we are. Don't just, talk the talk, walk the walk.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, true.
I know. Mom and Dad is really excited to see you.
Yeah, definitely.
That's all. Mom and Dad is probably mad at us all week because they didn't talk. Yesterday was Daddy's birthday, and I know Mom and Dad would love to that. So,
you tell your mom and dad, it would be a real privilege to meet them. And next time I get to anywhere near them, I plan to come over and give him my own hug.
Oh my goodness.
Gary, that's when Dad will die. He's like, I'm out, y'all. Peace.
Yeah, I'm good.
I love you guys so much. I listen to you all the time. A lot of times I'm driving, when I'm listening to you, but you crack me up. You're so funny. I think you really, truly are the chemistry between all three of you is dynamite. And God is using you in such a powerful way. All three of you together. And I'm so proud of what you're doing. You talk about setting an example. You guys are doing it. And you're doing it by being real, by being authentic. This world doesn't need any more fake. They do not need any more fake. We need you. We need people like you that are willing to just be real, be authentic, and just show that you care about you. I know when I listen to you that you care about your fellow man. And I feel really loved when I listen to you. You make my day.
Awesome. Wow. Awesome. We need to put her because everybody needs it. You need to put the YouTube back in so that because some people are asking for it.
The YouTube
where they could buy your book, the devotion book, and what else?
No. You mean the .com? Is it
BrendaWalsh.com is my website.
Yep.
My Strength for Today, my brand new devotional book is BrendaWalshBooks.com, and all the rest is just BrendaWalsh.com. And if you want to watch tomorrow, I'll play your favorite song for you. I play by ear, and I have a different musical guest every week. And you type it in. Literally, people join us from all over the world. It's crazy. We've had, I think, more than 50 different countries. It's really awesome.
Awesome.
Monique Anderson is saying, "Can I come to the party tonight, Miss Brenda?"
Oh, I love Monique so much. Do you guys know her? She is amazing. She used to be my video editor on Kids Time.
Wow.
And I love this girl so much. We used to do the run sheets together at my house at the end of the recording season. And I would cook for her. Remember that, Monique? Whatever you wanted, I cooked for you. We would spend the whole day at my apartment and working on run sheets. And we had a blast together. I miss you every day. You are the best video editor ever. And producer. She went on to produce programs. And I can't even tell you how much I love that girl. She's amazingly talented.
Is she at Hope TV now? Is she at Hope?
No, I don't think she left there a couple of years ago. She's moved on and moved up. Oh my word, that girl's successful.
She's sending hugs too. She's sending hugs too. We always say that that's our cousin because our aunt, my dad's sister, married her husband. Is her. Okay, Paul. I think you can say right.
Whatever I go. Yeah, whatever I go.
So she's we call her a cousin because on the other side of the in-laws, she's Dwayne Leslie's cousin, and so we always say we're cousins. So Monique, we're gonna pull you in as our cousin.
And I know her mama too. I love her mama.
Oh yes, beautiful,
great person,
great person.
Yes,
great person.
Yes, she said.
Well, Pat, it's 5:00, and I got a weekend ahead of me.
You guys are invited to my party.
Awesome.
Brenda, I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. I pray for you all the time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. God bless you.
All right. Wow, she's awesome.
Look at Dwayne showing off. That's my cousin.
Yeah. Definitely. Well, guys,
we're all cousins, Patrick.
You're right about that. I know somebody was teasing me here saying, that Pat's about to end the show. I do, Paul. I gotta help a cousin move real quick before the Sabbath comes in.
Yeah, and I need to call you on that, Pat.
Okay.
Because other things are happening right now.
We will. Okay, everybody, you need to know what you're doing for the weekend. Gary, go.
Tomorrow I am at two places. Tomorrow I am at Mount of Olives doing mental health in the youth, 5:00 tomorrow. And on Sunday, I'll be on Second Chance Radio, 2:00 Central Standard Time. And that's it. And then after this today, I'm got one more sessions for my young person. I want you to pray for him. He's going through a lot. I can't reveal his name. And I'm going to pick up my wife and we're going to have a good evening together. So thank you for great show today, by the way, guys.
Yeah, guys. Gary, what's your snack? Got to know your snack.
Today I bought that Devil's frosted inside out, the chocolate. And then I have Ruffles, but I'm not doing anything, and I got the water going on today, Pat. So
okay, before you go, Gary, somebody said they want to see your hair. If you could show your hair,
sure.
You cut it. Yeah. So you
cut it 2 weeks ago.
Mom loves that. G, you know that.
Yeah. I know. I know. She's loving it.
Yeah.
All right, Pat. I'm
free
for the weekend. It's my anniversary weekend. 20 years.
Sure is.
We're going to an undisclosed location.
Undisclosed
location, and I won't be back. Undisclosed location.
You got
snacks.
You got it.
Cheez-Its. Fritos.
Oh, okay. Me too.
But mine is chili.
Yeah, I can't do that. Thing's gonna give me heartburn.
Yeah, the champion of juice.
Yeah, that's
subliminally. Don't forget his dad's birthday that was yesterday.
That's right. Want to wish Dad a happy birthday, a happy 83.
5 or
83. Dad's 83.
Okay.
That's 83.
Russell said Motel 8.
Motel 8, Gary. To Paul.
With all our kids going to college, that's the way it rolls now. Motel 8.
Come on, man.
Got it.
Come on, we got no money.
So before we end off here, everybody, if you could just put in the chat your snacks that's closest to you. The snacks that's closest.
Oh, good one. Yeah, good one. Pat.
Put it in there.
And can we
Well,
press
you know,
to let
our
everybody?
timekeeper just hit us just now and said, "Oh my goodness, it's 2 hours."
Yeah, we went over time. But yeah, look, it was great having Buddy on. It was great having Brenda on. So let's roll it up. Let's roll it up.
Let's just make sure we get more likes and more subscriptions. Very important.
Sure. All right. And like I said before, Calvin said her snack is driving home.
It's Fritz.
Ooh, I love that. Excellent.
Somebody said they had.
Yo, Fritz, you got to say something about that, Fritz.
T said mangoes from the trees. Somebody said banana fritters. Somebody said cashews. Go ahead. Grapes, tortilla chips, and hummus. Kimberly said great show today.
Thank you, Kim.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Kim.
Wow,
Thank you,
Reggie,
Kim.
it's an Oakwood Market cheesecake.
Oh, one more thing. Big shout out to Charito Henley, 25 years as an executive director down there in Miami.
Oh,
25 years. So we want to celebrate her. 25 years.
It said off-air comment.
Off-air comment. It's gonna be a happy Sabbath, boy. It's gonna be a happy.
All right,
Sabbath.
Fritz.
Daphne,
All right.
fried rice.
Daphne said fried rice, fried rice. All right, guys, I'll be in Florida. I'll be taking a trip to Florida, and
Wait a minute. You just came from Miami and you're flipping down to Florida?
yeah, because Philip is getting married, guys.
Getting married.
Philip is getting married.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
All
We're not
right.
putting in too many business. We pulled out. Right.
Yeah. So I'll be back home Monday, and
Mhm.
all the shenanigans from there. Dad is listening. Happy birthday, Dad. And
Happy
Lorraine,
dad, birthday dad. We love you, man.
love you, old man. Love you, old man.
Daddy, you are the best, Daddy. You are the best.
He is.
You are the best. And
He
I
is.
get, I mean, and you know that Daddy was not really born on the day of his birthday.
Well, that's
Like every other Jamaican, they're born 2 weeks prior to that. So we're still trying to find that out.
Oh, sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Put some up by accident. There we go. Go ahead.
That's about that.
Okay. Ready to get out of here?
Yep. Good.
All right, everybody.
Wait, I want
Later.
to hear the other song, please.
What song you talking about?
Song that we had on last week when Gary was late. Come on, hurry up before.
I'm not sure what that is. Only. That's not it.
No.
I don't know. I don't know.
Do we gotta take 6 in there? Would take 6 in there, something like that?
Oh.
Special blend with special blend.
I can't find it. It's gonna take me too long to put it up. Let's just get out of here. Sorry about that. It's gonna take me too long to get it together. I should have set it up earlier.
All
Peace, everybody. God bless you.
Oh my gosh, Gary has another fan. Gary is never late. Wow.
There it is.
Peace.